What up? It's your boy Roy Jones Jr., 9-time world champ, 4 different weight divisions, pound for pound, the best to ever do it. And I'm rocking with my girl Shan right here on whatever it is we on.
That's right. Yes. Hey guys. Well. The undisputed prediction is in the booties. Oh, it's been a little minute. I'm really delayed on all the news. Don't worry, I'll get back on the horse and get back with all my news reports. But this one is the undisputed light heavyweight championship of the world. We haven't seen a light heavyweight. I think they were saying like 21 years or something like that as well. So, you know, the last heavyweight undisputed we saw prior to the Fury Usyk was 25 years. So, I mean, yeah. This one has been racking a lot of people's brains, and I get it. I got it because this is a straight down the middle 50-50 fight. Trust me. But even before this was officially announced, I've always said I think Bivol at this stage, he definitely beats Beterbiev. I'm going with Bivol beating Beterbiev. We've seen Bivol be in trouble, get in a lot of trouble with Joe Smith Jr., cracked him, hit the deck. We've seen Beterbiev crack Usyk, even though Usyk beat him in the 2012 Olympics twice, but he cracked Usyk to the body. But shouts out to Usyk, because Usyk, you got up from that. I've seen various reports circulating and commentaries and interviews with fighters that have sparred Beterbiev over the last few years, and they have said, listen, the guy hits like a truck. We're gonna need someone called 999 and 911 in the building, depending on what country. It's an emergency. We're gonna have to leave the building and enter the hospital building. This is the battle of the two Ruskies, the two Russians, the two Stoics. But everybody knows I love me some Bivol, mate. He's lovely. He's getting divorced, so you know. All right, let me just bring it back. Sorry about that. Okay, so Bivol. He's a fluid boxer, great combos, super duper discipline till it's like, are you an AI? Are you actually, or are you an android? Like, are you real? We saw in the fight with Canelo how regimented he stuck those elbows into his body to protect himself with the body shot, while Canelo onslaughted, the arms, the body, just like the ribs, the arms, the bicep. And Bivol was like, I don't care. I ain't moving. I ain't shifting out of my game plan. One of the most disciplined, technical fighters in the 17 divisions. Or is it 18, including Bridger? I don't know. Bivol's style is just a problem for quite a lot of people because he's in and out and he's fleet of foot, but then he can plant his feet. And we've seen him definitely ramp up his onslaught. We just saw him in Saudi. He stopped that geezer. I forget in what round. Was front foot dominant. But I think he knows when and where he can't do that. But a lot of people discredit, I think, Dmitry's power. Definitely got respectable power. That isn't even a lie. Definitely got respectable power. So I don't think Beterbiev wants to just stand in the fire, or maybe he does and he wants to gauge whose punch is going to get who out and make their soul leave the booties in. Bivol in a rhythm is ridiculous. It just reminds me of a kind of similar Usyk, type of fighter. Can work off angles. Like I said, I really like Bivol's combos. he will throw 6-7 shot combos effortlessly, and they will hurt. Accumulative shots, they hurt. We saw them fluster and push Canelo back until Canelo just didn't have any really answers for Bivol. Also, I think, I don't know if Bivol is going to stand and trade. I think some of him he will, because Bivol's not a runner. Just because someone's fleet of foot doesn't mean they're a runner. Just because someone boxes from the outside doesn't mean they're a runner. I hate that terminology when people think just because you're a pure boxer that you have to be a runner. Floyd Mayweather wasn't a runner. You know, there's lots of fighters that are not runners. I mean, we've got runners. He's a runner. He's a track star. We definitely got those. But Bivol is not one of those. He's a boxer. He's not a track star. And I'm just going to be imagining him trying to tee off on Beterbiev. Now, listen, Beterbiev, he ain't coming to play. 20 wins, 20 KOs, 100% knockout ratio, undefeated, the battle of the undefeated. Bivol's got about 11 KOs. Beterbiev is almost like, when is he going to land and get you out? Because he's... People get him really misconstrued that he's just like some pressure fighter. No, he's a very... he's a great boxer. As I said, he's an Olympian. I think he's medaled twice in the Olympics. Could be wrong, but I know he was definitely in the 2012 Olympics. He's front foot dominant, but knows how to set up traps, knows how to... Just his presence starts to make you just second guess yourself whilst he cuts off the ring, and then he just gets you and you could just blink. And Bivol's been caught, like I said, with Joe Smith Jr. And if he gets caught with a Beterbiev shot, this is where the intrigue lies. I need to see how Bivol, like, does he recover from it? Or is it going to be Bivol's down? Bivol's down. Like, oh my, like, is it going to be one of them? This fight has got me so geeked. I will be calling it live tomorrow. So come through. And I'm going to have to see how Bivol takes it. Does he get knocked out? Does he get knocked down and get back up? Does he not even get knocked down? Is his chin super duper granite? I mean, Beterbiev is just literally a wrecking machine that can box, and with just unnatural power that everyone across the board, and I mean everyone that sparred him, everyone have said, listen, this guy, I've never been hit harder than anybody else, by anybody else, than Artur Beterbiev. This guy hits hella hard. And I mean across the board, so I'm here to believe it. We've seen Bivol demolish Joe Smith Jr. 2 rounds. We saw him demolish Marcus Brown. What was that? 7 to 9 rounds, something along the round there. We saw Beterbiev beat Anthony Yard. I'm not sure. I think that was the first. Maybe the first. What was that? Was it inside 7? Could be wrong. Could be inside 9. Good fight. Put on a good effort. Anthony Yard. We've seen Beterbiev demolish. Who did he demolish? Just last. God. Oh yeah, I saw Beterbiev Voshtik, who David Benavidez struggled with. And Voshtik actually did really well against Beterbiev, till Beterbiev just in the end just turned him all the way down to the ground. I forgot what that was inside, maybe the 9 rounds or something like that. Could be slightly less. That fight was a good few years back. I mean, I've watched a lot of Beterbiev fights, and like we all know, they end up in a knockout. They don't end up in usual knockouts where it's just like, you know, They end up in highlight reel knockouts. This one is just such a hard one. I can see why people are finding it so hard. And this is what makes this fight the best fight in boxing at the minute. Because you've got number one and number two. We've got the unified 175-pound champ, as in Artur Beterbiev. And we have the... What does Bivol have? What does Bivol have? The WBO or the WBA? WBO, or is it the WBA? 175-pound champ. And like I said, this will be a great unification. I've already seen that there isn't an official rematch clause. Kind of, thank God, one and done, unless it's unless the crowd warrants it, unless the boxing audience says, well, that was such a close fight. It was a split decision. It was controversial. Then, you know, it may garner a rematch, but there's no clause as such. Yeah. So yeah, I'm literally just geeked, like I said. So I'm gonna go with my official prediction. I knew it was Bivol on points. And I'm not sure, is it Bivol by UD or is it Bivol split decision? This is the one where I'm a little bit still not sure. You see me thinking real time. Do 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 do. I hate it being so difficult, so I am going to say Bivol. Split decision by it. Majority decision. Actually. Bivol majority decision. I think that, you know, there's going to be a judge that says this was a draw. Majority decision. Yeah, that's what I think, yeah. Majority decision. I think it's going to be quite razor for some reason. But you never know. This is boxing, and these guys are, you know, they can hit hard. They're tacticians, technicians. I heard someone say, "Oh, that means whoever wins goes up to pound for pound number one." How? I heard a boxer even say that. I'm like, how, Sway? They don't surpass Alexander Usyk, who's pound for pound number one. How would they? I don't do my pound for pound anyway like that. You can't unless you've been a champion in multiple weight divisions. I don't put you in pound for pound. But that's just me. That's just how I've always did the pound for pound list. But yeah, I think, you know, there's an argument that if you do want to put them, because the skills pay the bills, I get it. But one of the greatest boxers of all time, I get it. Hall of Fame, whether you win or lose this one, whoever wins or loses, they're going into the Hall of Fame anyway, I think. So yeah. So I'll give that from me to you, from you to me. Ew dares, Rodders. Ew dares. Anyway, I'm done. Hey girl, this lady CHANN rep nonetheless. Come watch with CHANN. Anyway, I'm gone. Yes, anyway, I'm done. Yeah, I've even forgot. Come box with CHANN. Gyan. Yes, anyway, I'm done. Yeah, come box with CHANN. Gyan. Listen, somebody's belt is leaving the Buddhism. But as long as we don't get a soul that leaves the Buddhism, I'm afraid we're going to need the ambulance on standby. Not my Bivol. Bivol MD. Can!